All right, welcome to week one. You've watched the overview, the welcome video, so I'm hoping you're already familiar with the syllabus and the learning outcomes documents. In this video, I want to set a pattern for the weeks to come. These weekly videos will aim at three things. First, a recap of the previous week, then previewing the material that we're covering this week. The videos aren't going to be lectures, they're going to preview the material, and you can use the textbook and other resources on eClass to actually learn it. And a reminder of the important items in our term schedule for the week, right? So that's quizzes and our tutorial and that kind of thing. Okay, so because this is the first week, there really isn't anything to recap, so I'll skip that section for this video. And before I get to new material, I just want to comment on these videos in a kind of meta sense. I'm going to be posting a new video every week on Monday and sharing it through the discussion forum. I've also created a YouTube playlist for the videos, and I'll add them there. I'll also add any other videos that I come across or that you share with me that are helpful for learning the material in this course. So if you do come across YouTube videos, please share them and I'll pass them on to everyone else. Or you can share them through the discussion forum. Because I teach multiple classes and I've done a bunch of other stuff at the university in the past, my YouTube channel is quite cluttered. It has a bunch of stuff that isn't related to this class. So I don't recommend subscribing to that if all you want is the videos for this course. The link to the playlist can be found alongside the welcome video on eClass. Okay. So the material we're covering this week as we get settled into the new winter semester routine is really just an overview of Ling 101 materials. And you can see those in eClass under the overview/Ling 101 section. I want to spend a minute here just to comment on how that material interacts with what we're covering in this course. This course, Ling 102, is listed with Ling 101 as a pre or co-requisite. That means I'm not assuming that you already know the material from Ling 101 as we begin this course, but I do expect that you'll become familiar with it over the semester, and this will be reflected in the assessment materials for the course. If you took Ling 101 in a previous semester, perhaps even a year or two ago or longer, it may be a bit rusty. So I've included my own lecture videos for Ling 101 as well as links to the textbook chapters in that section of our eClass. And it's also important to note that if you're taking Ling 101 alongside Ling 102, your instructor for Ling 101 may choose to present and assess some of the material differently from how I present it in that section in eClass. If this is the case, I recommend focusing on how they're presenting it. The differences aren't going to be present a problem for how the 102 material comes across. Okay, so this entire section is entirely optional. Use it if you think it's going to be useful. Aside from 101 review, I'd like you to make sure this week that you have everything you need. Get the textbook, check out the next week's material on language classification. So what's scheduled this week? The only thing this week is our Thursday meeting from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock Alberta time. For anyone in other time zones, that's Mountain Standard Time, UTC -7. Later on in the term, after March 14th, it's going to be Mountain Daylight Time, which is UTC -6. We don't have a bunch of new content to discuss this week. The tutorials are optional in any case, but I really want to encourage you to come along to the tutorial if you're able. It's a good chance for us to start off, interacting with each other and really making this a personal class. Make it engaging as possible with all this remote stuff. Before we're neck deep in assignments and new material to learn and all of that stuff, right? It's a nice week to start out talking with each other. So even if you don't plan to come along every week, if you can come along this Thursday, I would encourage it. So that's it for this week's video. Check out the overview Ling 101 section on eClass. Make sure you have the textbook. Come along to Thursday's tutorial if you can. I'm really excited to launch into this semester with everyone. So see you all soon.